Zlorp's spaceship crashed into the backyard of a small house on a quiet street. The alien crawled out of the wreckage, rubbing his large oval head. This was not good. Zlorp's ship was totaled, and he was stranded on this strange planet. Looking around, Zlorp saw mostly neatly trimmed lawns and boxy houses. A few humans stared at the crash site from their windows. Zlorp ducked behind the spaceship, not wanting to be seen. His mission was to blend in and learn about this planet called Earth. Zlorp turned on his universal translator and listened to the chatter coming from the houses. It sounded like the dominant species on this planet were called humans, and they lived in groups called families. Zlorp knew he needed to find a group to join if he wanted to survive. But with his green skin and extra appendages, he would never fit in with the humans. Suddenly, a loud engine roared from down the street. Zlorp peeked out and saw a group of humans on strange two-wheeled vehicles. They wore leather jackets and had colorful drawings on their vehicles. A sign on one said Roadmasters. These humans seemed very different from the ones in the houses. Maybe they would accept an alien like him. When the gang drove by, Zlorp leaped in front of one of the vehicles. "Stop!" he cried in English. The vehicle swerved and the rider cursed. "What do you want, freak?" growled the large human astride the vehicle. He had a bushy beard and muscles bulging under his jacket. "Please, let me join your group," Zlorp said. "I am new here and need comrades." The other gang members chuckled. "New, huh? You look pretty weird to be from around here. What planet you from?" "Mars," Zlorp lied quickly. He had heard of Mars from the human broadcasts. I don't know about this, Dex," said a female rider. "He looks pretty alien to me." Dex scratched his beard thoughtfully. "All right, alien, here's the deal. To join the Roadmasters, you gotta pass a test. Old Granny Withers runs the north side streets. If you can take her out, we'll let you roll with us." Zlorp didn't like the sound of "take her out," but he was desperate. So he agreed to fight this Granny Withers. The gang gave him a switchblade and dropped him off in a rough neighborhood. "Granny Withers lives in the greenhouse down the block. Watch yourself. She's one mean old biddy," Dex said before driving off, leaving Zlorp alone on the sidewalk. Zlorp gulped and walked down the street, switchblade in hand. This was not what he wanted, but he had no choice if he wanted to assimilate and learn about humankind. He came to the greenhouse and knocked. The door creaked open, and an impossibly old woman squinted out. "What do you want?" Granny Withers snarled. "Greetings. I wish to join the North Side group," Zlorp said politely. Granny Withers cackled. "The only way you're getting through here is over my dead body." She pulled out a huge butcher knife from behind her back. Zlorp yelped and jumped back. "Please, I mean you no harm. I am merely seeking companionship. Not in my territory, you ain't," Granny yelled. She jabbed her knife at Zlorp, slicing through his uniform. Zlorp tried to dodge her blows, but Granny Withers was spry for such an elderly human. She backed him against a wall and swiped at his head. Zlorp dropped to the ground, the knife just missing him. This was not going according to plan. Granny raised the knife again, but Zlorp kicked her knees like he had seen in human movies. She crumpled to the ground with a grunt. Zlorp pressed his foot on her wrist until she dropped the knife. "Uncle! Uncle!" Granny Withers wheezed. Zlorp eased up. "I do not wish to damage you further. Let us resolve this peacefully." Granny glared at him. "You got guts, alien. What's your name?" "Zlorp." "Zlorp, huh? Reminds me of my third husband, Zephram. He didn't take no guff from nobody neither." "All right, you passed the test. You can roll with my crew." Zlorp blinked his oval eyes. "Oh, then thank you, Granny Withers. I look forward to learning more about you humans." Granny laughed, her wrinkled face cracking into a smile. "Well, my alien friend, let me tell you about the time I met Frank Sinatra back in '48. As Granny regaled him with stories, Zlorp relaxed. Perhaps fitting in on Earth would not be so hard after all.